Apple's annual September event was released and there were a bunch of awesome products. Apple Watch Series 7 was kind of surprising. It was completely different design than the leaks, and the iPhone 13 had a kind of good incremental upgrade compared to the 12, but it wasn't a significant jump compared to like 11 to 12. However, I think everyone thought the same thing. The biggest upgrade of this year is 100% gonna be the iPad mini. And let's be honest, the new iPad mini looks very beautiful. The significantly thinner bezel with the full metal cover body and the tiny form factor, the iPad looks way better than the last generation and it is completely modernized. And don't get me wrong, I really want this iPad mini. Since my very first iPad purchase was the first generation iPad mini, and that tablet looks so clean and minimal. However, if you're a student, I think you shouldn't buy this iPad mini. Just hear me out. The new mini will have a beautiful 8.3-inch Retina display with the top brightness of 500 nits and True Tone. However, this display will not have the Pro Motion display like iPad Pros, so it will be a 60Hz display, which is kind of let down. The processor is the brand new A15 and it does have a 6-core CPU and 4-core GPU. The front camera will have 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera and it is capable of the center stage feature, which is a pretty cool feature if you do a lot of FaceTime and Zoom call and stuff. And the main camera will be 12-megapixel wide camera, allowing customers to shoot better photos and videos, and I think this is a good upgrade. It will support the 2nd gen Apple Pencil, which is pretty exciting, and the price will start at $499 on the 64GB model and $649 on the 256GB model. Editing piece here, I totally forgot to mention that iPad mini does have USB Type-C and a Touch ID, which is awesome because I kind of prefer Touch ID than the Face ID on iPad. Well, piece, as I'm hearing right now, the iPad mini sounds like a pretty good deal. However, I just don't think it is very useful for a college student or student in general. For my entire college year, I use iPad Air 2, iPad Air 4, and iPad Pro, the M1 model. And in my usage of the iPad, I just don't think iPad mini will suit in my college student needs. You see, when I'm using iPad for studying, I'll usually have like some sort of PDF file, book, or online courses or online lecture on the left side and the note on my right side, such as GoodNotes 5. For me, the beauty of iPad OS is the ability to do a multifunctional stuff, and the split screen is one of the best features that I think that iPad OS has. I have to say about 70 to 80% of my iPad usage when I'm scripting, when I'm studying, and when I'm doing some college work and stuff, I'll probably have a split screen on, and I never really take a note just by using the iPad itself. Also, when it comes to the brand new iPad mini, screen is not the only interrogative thing that I have, or like this mixed feeling that I have for this tablet. For example, the backside of that product does not have a smart connector, which means it will not have a mini variant of a Magic Keyboard or some type of smart keyboard folio type of accessories for the iPad mini. I personally stopped using a keyboard from my iPad because I have a laptop, but when I was using keyboard on my iPad Air 4, I could do like 99.9% of my college work and I didn't have any problem. Plus, I really want a Magic Keyboard for my Pro, but the price is pretty high and I'm being a bitch about it. But for you, if you're a college student and if your major does not require any type of like professional software, I don't want to say professional because there's some apps that is professional on iPad, but if your major does not require like those After Effects or Cinema 4D or those type of like, you know, very creative professional type of software, you can run 99.9% of stuff on your iPad, because this tablet can be a paper and pencil, a laptop, a book. You can watch lecture, online course on it, you can consume media, you can play pretty good, decent amount of video games. Like, this tablet is a Swiss Army knife for a college student, and if you're a college student and if you only want to use an iPad, I do think 8.3 inch is not enough and you need at least 10.9 inch. And I didn't really like the way that Apple explained about the A15 Bionic chip's performance on the presentation. They say it's 50% faster CPU and 30% faster GPU. Then the competitive. Like, what you mean then the competitive? It can literally be any type of chip on the market. It can be Snapdragon, it can be Exynos, it can be Kirin chip, it can be any type of chips. Like what's the difference between the A14 and the A15? And if you guys watch my old comparison video between 2018 iPad Pro, the M1 iPad Pro, and the iPad Air 4, for the day-to-day performance and the video rendering speed wasn't that significantly different compared to all these devices. Oh, let's go! Let's do it, bro! So, in my theory, the A14 to A15 will not have a significant jump when it comes to day-to-day performance or even video rendering, which is, you know, kind of a big statement. In conclusion, I won't hesitate to spend the extra $100 on the iPad Air 4 for the screen real estate. The only sacrificing that you're making is probably be the center stage and the A15 Bionic chip. However, on the iPad Air 4, you get smart connector, and I think when it comes to the practicality, the bigger screen real estate will be much better for students. However, ultimately, if you want the most cost-efficient iPad, the iPad 9th generation will be your best choice. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button. I'll leave 2 of my favorite videos right here and my most recent video and my channel right here. Have a great day guys, and have a great Apple day. Peace out.